most men see women as an object.
Any woman who gives birth through Caesarean section is not worthy to be called a mother.
Thank God now that we have something called epidural. Most women can go through labor without feeling any single pain.
Certain persons who even say, I'll give birth like a Hebrew woman and the likes, they don't know the story behind this.
Yeah. When women that comes from nothing
Yes.
and have been at the mercy of their husband
Yes.
get the glimpse of wealth and exposure, they tend to show their real character.
Hello viewers, this is Liberators Network. Today, we are discussing a sensitive topic. Before we proceed, let's watch this video. Now, that is the reality of many individuals who are at the point of birth. Joining me in this discussion is Miss Mercy. Miss Mercy, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
This is quite emotional. The woman is in pain, greeting in pain, and her supposed husband walked away because he's of the opinion he wants her to give birth through the vaginal canal. What's your take on that?
Yeah, there's two highlights for me on this video.
Okay.
The first one was that the man said that I want my wife to give birth normally.
Okay.
What he means by normally is the vaginal birth. Then the CS that the medical professionals in this video are recommending.
Okay.
It's not a normal way of delivery. That's what he meant. And then secondly, the mother-in-law, the woman kneeling, said that she gave birth normally.
Okay.
For 7 kids, like 7 children through vaginal birth. So going with this video, I think this should be the first time. This lady in question should be a first-time mom.
Okay.
So it's asks the question, is there a better way or a normal way for women to give birth? You get?
Yes.
Is there a normal way for women to give birth?
Well, in response to that, I would like to share a comment that someone dropped. Now, this is the comment the person dropped. Any woman who gives birth through Caesarean section is not worthy to be called a mother.
Okay.
Because what do you mean you can't open your legs to push out a baby? If I get married, it tells you that this person is yet to be married.
Single.
Now, my wife won't be allowed to give birth through C-section. My
Okay.
mom gave birth to all 6 of us through vaginal birth, and I won't let any doctor perform a C-section on my wife, else I will divorce her.
I think firstly we should call Igwe to present an award for the mother. It's okay.
Yes.
I don't understand. Most men see women as an object, because you can't tell me that this lady, you see a lady and then you love this woman and then decided to marry this lady, and then against doctors' diagnosis or advice, you still insist that your wife must give birth to your children. Must give birth to your children through vaginal delivery. Who made the rules?
Who made the rules? You see, for me, this is my personal experience. My mom gave birth to 8 of us.
Okay.
And she did not go through any cesarean section.
Okay.
Were there complications? I can't tell because I was not there. But a few that she has shared with me, there were no complications.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I have older siblings whose wives gave birth through cesarean sections. And funny enough, I have 2 experiences that I would like to share.
Okay.
One of my sibling, my older sibling, his wife gave birth through cesarean section because the doctor advised that.
Okay.
That, if you want to save your wife and the baby, we advise that you go through this part. Not that the other part is not viable, but the chances of losing either or both child and mother is high.
Very high.
According to the doctor. And definitely today, both mother and child, they are doing well. Now, I have my older sibling, a man, his wife deliberately, even before she got pregnant, already said that, I would like to go through Caesarean section because she feels her body can't carry that. So now, in this context, it just simply boils down to preference. For this young man, he's yet to get married.
Yeah.
That's one. Another thing is he's carrying a belief that because his mother did it, his wife should also do it. But in my case, I have a different view, a different perspective. My mother gave birth through vaginal delivery. But a few of my older siblings, their wife gave birth through both vaginal delivery and cesarean section. So personally for me, there is no normal way of delivery, be it cesarean section or vaginal delivery. Both of them, I feel they are both normal. It all depends on what the doctor what the doctor preference is.
Exactly. Just what you were saying about your brother's wife.
Yes.
Opting out for elective CS because she just wanted it.
Yes.
Most doctors are advising against that.
Okay.
So some doctors are saying that CS should come as an alternative for delivery. Doesn't make it an abnormal way of delivery, but they feel like they are saying, based on scientific backends, that giving birth through CS should be based on some certain medical conditions.
Okay.
Because if you're well, the woman is hale and healthy and she's very strong to go through vaginal delivery. Yeah. And then the body of the woman is suggesting vaginal delivery. That is okay, the woman go through that process. Thank God now that we have something called epidural. Most women can go through labor without feeling any single pain. You get, so it's even available in many hospitals in Nigeria now.
So there's a way around it.
Yes, there's a way around it. So if you're hale and hearty, what will you want to go through cesarean section? Except your doctor advises it. Because this doctor is saying, he was saying that CS has 7 times risk compared to vaginal delivery.
Okay.
You get?
Having a child through Caesarean section is 7 times more riskier than having your child through
vaginal
VG.
delivery. So, but it doesn't make anyone less of itself.
Let's hear another comment. Thank you for this clarification, because I have heard a lot of ladies say they would choose CD over and over again because that's CS. The person meant CS.
Yes.
Over and over again because it's stress-free, without considering even if they are okay to have a natural delivery before. So we are seeing a trend whereby individuals just opt for Cesarean section.
Elective CS.
Yes, elective CS, without considering if their body can carry the VG delivery. And this has become a trend. What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, just like what I was saying previously about women opting out for elective CS.
Yes.
Come to think of it, I think it's the recovery process of CS. It's difficult and it's very hectic and so painful because you have 7 layers of your skin being torn apart during cesarean section.
Wow, that's a whole lot.
Yes, and then you have epidural that you can use for vaginal birth.
Okay.
Though every medical procedure has its own complications.
Uniqueness, yes.
It has uniqueness and its own complications. But I would prefer to go through the route of vaginal delivery if my doctor certified that everything is okay. But that doesn't make people that want to go through CS less of mothers or lazy women. Because I've had these misconceptions that if a girl gives birth, they'll ask, is it through normal delivery or CS? And then when
that's the notion.
Yeah, when people said it's CS, that one, she's a lazy woman. She's not a mother. She doesn't know the pain of motherhood. Who said that?
Well, there is a legal part of it. And like we listened in the video, the doctors, the nurses, the professionals there were begging the man to append his signature.
Yes.
Doesn't mean that a few professionals don't know the law as regarding surgery, cesarean section, and autonomy. I don't know, because as at then, it is quite obvious that the woman can sign for herself.
Definitely.
I'd like to read out some things that are quite legal and legal and practical reality. Okay? Spousal consent. Let's see if spousal consent is actually legal or it is important in this regard. Now, read it. Legally, a woman's consent is sufficient. However, in practice, many Nigerian hospitals demand the husband's signature, which has no basis in the National Health Act, but is a widespread cultural legal hybrid. So we can see that legally, the pregnant woman can append her signature.
Yes.
But why do we then make it seem as though without the husband, the operation can't continue?
Yeah, I think the real reason behind that is that, most Nigerian women are being configured as housewives. You get? And then the husbands are the ones with the means.
So who holds the money?
Exactly. Controls
the home.
Exactly. How many celebrities have you heard that they want to deliver their babies?
Yes.
They're waiting for their husband's signature. You won't hear that. You won't. It's because most of these women are poor and then they don't have anything to their names.
So, in essence, you're saying that these women are at the mercy of their husbands because they are not financially capable. If they are financially capable, they will sign it.
They will sign it. Just like what was going on in the video. The man said that it's either normal delivery according to him or a divorce. I'm telling you that immediately after that woman put to bed, she's going back to the husband to beg the husband,
for giving birth to his child, to their children.
Through CS. That is the reality of most African women, especially Nigerian women, in that class and environment.
So in essence, to be able to get away from that class, you need financial freedom.
Thank you very much. But how many women are ready to do that? Especially when the society has configured women to be housewife and take care of their homes. You can't take care of your home adequately, give your 100% in your home, and still give your 100% in your career. Especially women coming from nothing. Imagine a girl of 21 years just getting married, and then probably by 23, she's having her first child.
Wow.
And probably most of these girls are still in school while trying to figure out who they are, what they stand for, their voice, and they're already mothers. They're not just mothers for kids, they're also mothers to their husbands. Before they can pick up themselves, they are 30, 35. And then they are living at the mercy of the husband. That's the reason they will endure violence and all of that and still stay at the house. If you ask them, I say, where can I go? What will I do? How can I take care of my kids?
You see, one thing that quite interests me in all of this is how many females understand they can sign their consent form themselves.
The problem is not them signing the consent form. That is what I'm trying to make you understand.
Okay.
It's about the money.
So it's not even about signing the consent form.
Exactly.
It's who is going to foot the bill.
That is the problem.
And after the bill, who is going to continue footing the bills?
Exactly.
Is that actually what is restraining females from signing? Or they are under a spell? Yes. Under a spell casted, on them by the elder ones and the like.
No. You should understand that women, I don't want to sound BS, but the thing is that when women that comes from nothing and have been at the mercy of their husband get the glimpse of wealth and exposure, they tend to show their real character. Just look at what happens. You have a wife in Nigeria, and then you think that my wife is obedient. She does she's very submissive. And then immediately she sees the four walls of the Western world. She turns 360. That is what power does to women. So most of the things that you see women do in Nigeria, if they are in a country that supports the rights of women, whether women are right or wrong, they just protect women in general. You see that most of these things that happen in this country, this Nigeria, won't be happening. So I'm telling you for a fact that 95% of women, they were not able to sign their consent form. Does that because of financial constraint.
So in a nutshell, they know.
Even the hospital, they know.
They know.
The nurse, the chief nurse, she knew
that this woman can sign her consent form. But who is going to pay?
That's the shorty. That's the shorty, a guarantor. So, okay, if you didn't foot the bill, this person will be able to do that. If you heard the video, she asked the woman, can your sister sign this consent form? The lady in labor said yes. And then the nurse asked again, can you sign it?
So now,
it's not that they don't know.
Now, the thing is, it is not just about saving the life. It's about the money.
A hospital has to be running. The hospital has to be up and running. The staff needs to be paid.
Yes, the staff needs to be paid. But it all still boils down to money. Money is the constraining factor.
Thank you. You're getting it now.
Wow. This is becoming clearer because I used to think that why don't you just sign this document yourself?
It's not even about signing it. You hear husbands or mother-in-laws tell their daughter-in-laws, especially the mother-in-laws.
Yes.
You won't hear your own mother tell you that, you're pregnant too. Don't do that so that you won't waste your husband's money in CS. Most of these people saying that we don't do CS in our families, not in our bloodline. It's because of the money involved.
Not necessarily because of any other thing that they present.
No, it's because of the money involved. Say the mother-in-law say, no, don't waste my son's money. You don't have to be lazy. Go and work, go and run, so that at that day you won't waste my son's money. Say that you're doing. Don't be a lazy wife.
This is the legal aspect of it.
Yes.
Let's look at the religious aspect of it.
Okay.
Now, I want to read out something to you. Still according to the act.
Okay.
Due to religious beliefs, the Hebrew women, yes, or fear of surgery, many refuse CS. Nigerian courts generally uphold the woman's right to refuse, though this creates a dilemma for doctors when the fetus is at risk. Now, when we look at the issue through a religious lens, and then, I'll give birth to like the Hebrew women, give birth to like, and everyone wants to give birth to, give birth like the Hebrew woman. Every woman wants to give birth like the Hebrew woman. How does that affect this whole conversation? Because some women will literally refuse.
Yes.
Not because their husband is not giving consent.
The thing about labor, pregnancy, and this Caesarean section in these women of this age,
yes,
is that we don't really take care of ourselves anymore.
Okay.
Especially for religious people. I've had someone tell me that she has a lot of faith that she cannot take any medication. If she's sick, she just pray and she gets well.
I have a personal experience with that.
In this present world.
I have a personal experience with that.
And then most of these people are very delusional because they would prefer not to take their prenatal vitamins. They won't do anything. They will just pray 24/7. They are praying. It's not that God doesn't answer prayer, but even the Bible says faith without work
is dead.
Is dead. So what are you telling me? And but the Bible says, is there no balm in Gilead? Mm-hmm. So God puts this wisdom in these people. Most of these women preferred, and then they all wish, words of affirmation, I'll give birth like a Hebrew woman and all of that, without necessarily following the steps that science has provide. Okay. You get so without taking the prenatal vitamins, without doing the necessary exercises, even eating well.
That's one thing. You see, now let's look at it from the lens of Hebrew women. People just wake up and say, give it like Hebrew women, give it like Hebrew women, give it like. Do you know the story
behind that?
Behind the Hebrew women. Are you a Hebrew woman?
Those
Hebrew from Nigeria.
They were slaves in a foreign land.
They ate cucumber, they ate
and they were
garlic,
very active during their
onion,
pregnancy.
And the likes.
You are
taking
active.
shawarma.
I'm
you
telling
are taking
you.
a hot dog.
And you will sleep from morning to night without even taking a walk, even if you taking 30 minutes.
Ice cream and the like, taking processed food, and then you want to give birth
to a Hebrew woman, like a Hebrew woman. And then another thing is that most of them don't go for antenatal. They don't take it seriously.
You see, now I had to make us understand that certain persons who even say I'll give birth like a Hebrew woman and the likes, they don't know the story behind this.
Yes,
and there is something we must, correct, a notion we must correct. You are not a Hebrew woman. You are a Nigerian. You are from Togo. You are from wherever you're from, watching us. You are from that place. Exactly. You are not a Hebrew. So first, get that off your mind that you are a Hebrew woman. You are from whatever locality your parents are from. So you are from that place. For me, I'm a Nigerian. If I happen to marry a Nigerian, then she's also a Nigerian. She's not a Hebrew woman. Okay? In that context. Now, and there is this. Okay.
There's another thing to this.
Yes.
Even if you've done all these things that we just listed, and then what your doctor has recommended, and then at that point, what most people does is that they won't go for antenatal. And then they will decide at the day of the labor.
Yes.
They just decided to go to walk into any random hospital that doesn't have their medical history. They don't even know if their baby is breached, or it's not even possible for them to give birth through vaginal delivery. And they'll go there and they will encounter a lot of complications. And then before they will go to a hospital that have necessary equipment for Caesarean section, it might be too late.
You see,
so they'll start blaming God. You promised me this, you promised me that.
You see, I have first-hand experience of a person, or I have many. Now, I'll share a few. My mom, my biological mom, while we're discussing, we're grown and all of that, she told me that one of my older siblings, she gave birth to her without taking an ounce of her medication. She did not even go to register. And my dad, being furious, like, do you want to kill yourself? So your people would say, oh, and like, you just have to take her very close to the village. So if anything happens, it's easier. So you not just burn my money. Yeah, that was what my dad did.
That is very weird.
My dad was like, okay, you don't want to go for antenatal, no problem. Just go to the village. So if anything happens,
why?
Now, why my mom did not want to?
Yes.
I asked her, Mom, how come? Why? She said, well, she was testing God. Mom, please don't test God like that.
Wait, I want to understand. you know, some people can actually bring up excuses for what they did.
Yes.
Their actions.
Yes.
Is it that she was testing God, or there was not enough money for her to register?
She never mentioned financial constraint to me. Maybe, but she never mentioned it.
I think there should be a motive behind that, testing God.
Now,
because
my mom,
everything cannot be working perfectly for you and you're testing God.
Now,
why?
Now, this is it. My mom is I will regard her as a religious fanatic.
Okay.
Yes. She's very keen. She appreciates the supreme being. She has this relationship with God. Whatever she reads in the Bible, the Hebrew woman, and then she wants to follow suit. And when I was speaking to her, I'm like, if you come back to this world and you are a female, you want to give birth, I want to say something to your subconsciousness. Don't try it again. That's risky. You got out of it doesn't mean that another person, it might just be that what you were eating within that time kept you healthy. And guess what? She never had a complication. She gave birth to my sibling without stress. In short, from what she said, the contraction everything was successful. Before, she could not even visit anyone. She gave birth to the child in the church.
But I will have to say this before I come back to this. Bible is a collection of books.
Yes.
Ancient histories and different books compacted together as a religious book.
Yes.
And then I don't understand why most people take it the way it is. It might mean something. Just like what one pastor was saying. I saw it on the internet. He said that for a word to become a law in the Bible, it has to have confirmations from other passages of the Bible, other books of the Bible.
Yes.
For example, if you are reading a passage from 1 Peter, there should be other passage of the Bible, the books of the Bible, that has confirmed that. But if there is no confirmation, it's just based on that, that means it might just be a private message passed to a particular group of people at that time.
Good.
So that is it.
I have to warn her.
It's just a misconception.
No, I have to bring it up because there are persons who also share similar beliefs in this context with my mom, who is watching us now. So I want you to desist. Now, I will share another one. As a speech therapist, I was asking a few questions when I met this family to support this child.
Okay.
She had cerebral palsy. The girl should be around in her mid-20s. What's going on? What happened? And I checked her medical profile, her records and everything. By the time I asked her to, do some tests with the help of the doctor, when the test came out, it showed that she had some issues, right? And she did not attend antenatal. She confirmed that verbally, like she didn't. So what were you doing? She was taking PCM and they would pray, on water, and then she would drink. I said, did you get sick within this time? She said yes. So how do you care? She said they would pray on warm water, put salt inside, and she would drink. And that's how she was managing. And the child came out having cerebral palsy.
That is one thing that we're saying.
That's one aspect of it. So the religious belief, it's something that I believe, that has withheld many women and has, boxed them. Oh, I'll give birth to.
And most of them see it as spiritual attack if the labor is prolonged. I've heard someone say that my first child, I was in labor for 2 weeks. I was in labor for 3 straight days. Even doctors say that you can't be in labor for more than 24 hours. So why are you in labor for more than 3 days?
More than 72 hours, and then you are basking.
It's not something to bask on. That is the reason most women see women that give birth to their babies through CS as lazy and unworthy to be mothers. It shouldn't be so.
It shouldn't. It shouldn't.
Be so. The most important thing is that the mother and the baby, they are very, very healthy and sound.
What's the goal? When you get pregnant, what's the goal? Is it for the mother to die or the child to die? The goal is for mother and child to be healthy.
Exactly.
So as long as mother and child is healthy, either via VG or CS, either way is normal. There is no abnormal way of giving birth, except you want to throw the child up from your mouth. That's one is you get that.
Yeah, there's something I want to ask you, because I was discussing with someone, and then he said, he's a guy, he said that for me, I prefer that my wife gives birth to our kids through CS.
Okay.
Do you have this similar desire? If I will use that word, do you have similar desire?
Everyone have their reasons.
Okay.
But like we are sharing and educating the people, your reason should also align with medical facts.
Okay.
So if he's wishing, hope he knows what he's wishing for.
Okay.
So if he wishes or prefers that his wife gives birth via Caesarean Section, then he's trying to say that there should be a little complication that will push that narrative to come to life.
Yes, some people don't mind. They don't mind whether there is complications. They according to him, he said he doesn't want his wife to pass through those labor pains.
The pain.
The wife should just go to the theater and then bring out the child and go home.
And that's just it.
That's just for him.
It's good. But at the same time, if I'm to respond, it all depends.
Okay.
Yeah, if there is a need for Cesarean section, then let's go for it. If there is no need for it, then let's put to bed naturally.
And this is for men that have similar thoughts. It's the woman's body.
Yes.
She can decide whatever she wants with her body. That's just the thing. Because you can't tell me I will prefer to have my children through the vaginal canal.
Okay.
You get. But if there is complications and then with my doctor's advice, I'll just have to follow suit the advice of my doctor. It's my body. But if my doctor said, okay, you can't give birth through vagina, but and then my husband comes and said, no, you don't. He doesn't even have a say. He doesn't need to have a say. The thing is that we just have to include the husband because, of course, it's a family and they just have to carry your partner along. But in this situation that your partner refuses, said, no, we are Christians, or my mother did not do this, or my sisters, you can't do this to me. I want you to prove to my family or my friends that you're a strong woman.
There's nothing to prove. There's nothing to prove because
there's nothing to prove.
What you are proving, no one is even noticing it.
No one cares.
Let me share this, and this is quite emotional. In 2017, I lost one of my sister during childbirth.
Sorry.
And Nigeria happened to us. She was married, and she registered with one of the government health centers, and there were complications, and she was referred. By the time they got to a private hospital, bigger one with better facility, guess what happened?
What happened?
They refused to touch her.
That's the thing.
And that's another angle we need to look into. Like, why this life? Save the life first.
That's the thing.
They were like, oh, you did not register here. You did not have your card here. We don't.
Are you sure it's about the card, or because they don't know the medical history? And that point is not even the right time to start asking questions.
That's the thing. We have persons who have lost their lives during this, very critical period of their life. A woman who is in labor, definitely she's getting weak if nothing is done.
Exactly.
By the minute, by the hour, as time goes by, life is leaving her.
Exactly.
And
Definitely.
finally, so that's very, very important. I have a question. I want to get your reaction.
Okay.
You get married and your mother-in-law insists on giving birth via VG, but the doctor have actually, told you about CS. What will be your take?
Well, it's not a war. My doctor said I won't be able to give birth through the vaginal canal. I'll have to call her and tell her. But if she insists, and that is where we draw the line. That is where the important, we address the elephant in the room. Because even if she insists that I should give birth through their normal way according to them, and then I don't even have the means to support myself, I'll have to bend to her rule. I have to bend to her will. Because even if I decided to do what the doctor says, who will pay my bill?
So if you have the means to foot
I won't listen to them.
What will you do?
I would do it. I would do what I have to do.
To save yourself.
I will save myself and save my child. Because I have this girl on TikTok. She came, and then she was a first-time mom.
Okay.
And then she sparked a lot of controversy. She said that my mother-in-law said they don't do CS in their family. And then before she did, she said that the husband called her before she was married into the family.
Okay.
That they don't do CS in their family. That is a taboo.
Her husband to be told her that CS is a taboo.
It's a taboo.
How is it a taboo?
I don't know. In this present age. And then after that, she got pregnant. And then the mother-in-law constantly reminded her that CS is not an option.
It's a no-no.
It's a no-no. And then she came out, she gave birth, luckily for her, through vagina. And then she came out and she was dancing with her baby. Said, I gave birth, I'm a strong woman, I'm not a lazy woman. And people were like, where is that coming from? Girl, where is that coming from? This is 2025. That was last year.
Okay.
So what are you saying? And then she said that, my mother-in-law called me. She loved me so much. She said that I can't do it, that I shouldn't be a lazy woman. It's only lazy women that gives birth through Caesarean Section.
Wow.
And then you think she was joking. She wasn't joking. She was damn serious. And then there are a lot of girls out there that still think that way. And it's quite a pity.
You see, it's very important that we declog this thought pattern that's been passed down from one generation to another, seeing Caesarean section as an abomination, as a taboo, as something that you should not
even talk about.
You should not even talk about.
You do not.
Spiritual leaders should do more.
Currently, people still whisper it and say it in hushed tones. She gave birth.
True.
Oh, thank God. Through CS. Why now? God, God, why?
God, why? How? Now, let me tell you.
What the heck?
Do you know in church and some religious centers, they'll say, you will not give birth via Caesarean section. Say amen. And your pastor is coming to pray for you. Your alpha is coming to pray for you. Your AZ1 is coming to pray for you. And they are saying you will not give birth via Caesarean section. As if Caesarean section is an attack.
Okay. I have a story. So my friend, she told me that because we are quite very close, she said that she's a first-time mom.
Okay.
She was like, her mother-in-law doesn't want her to give birth to CS, that her son doesn't have that kind of money to waste. Because during her marriage ceremony, that it cost a lot of money. It was too expensive for her son. And now that she's pregnant, she should do everything within her means to give birth to normally. You see, that word annoys me. She should do everything within her means. That she gave birth to, is it 8 kids? I mean 9 kids. Everything came out the way it should come out. So she should try everything within her power. She shouldn't be lazy. So she would tell her, go and take a walk, go and do this one, go and do this one. And then, even at that, she will still bring this native concoction to give to her so that her child will not be too fat to come out, to shrink the baby in the womb to come out.
Is that not crazy?
That is the misconceptions that people are still living in this present time.
Please,
to shrink the baby so that the baby will be able to come out. You get?
Yes.
So during the process, and then as God may have it, according to what she was saying, as God may have it, she gave birth.
As God may have it.
Because other people that gave birth to CS, it's not God that is having it. Okay, where I'm driving with at this is that during that process, she said that her sister-in-law was pregnant too.
Okay.
This sister-in-law is the mother-in-law's daughter.
Okay.
You get?
Yeah, that's her sister-in-law, obviously.
Yes. So she was pregnant, and then she was also taunting her. Okay. You're too lazy. You don't walk about. You don't do this.
The pregnant one.
Yes. Okay. Are you sure that you'll be able to do this? In my family, we are super strong. Do you know the irony of all this?
What's that?
This, my friend, gave birth through vaginal delivery.
Okay.
And then when it got to this sister-in-law's turn, she was not able to.
She wasn't. She turned out to be the lazy one.
Thank you. She turned out to be the lazy one. She was at the verge of even giving up.
Wow. Why did they waste time?
That is the thing. She was at the verge of giving up. So they had to transfer her from that hospital to a better hospital that have better facility to conduct an emergency CS when she has been in labor for days.
Why? They were still holding on to the belief.
Even when the midwife was like, this is beyond us. You have to go for emergency CS. The lady was like, I can't do it. I can still do it.
Wow.
I will do it. And then the nurse was like, you can't. This is beyond us. And if we waste any more time, it's going to be another story. Then the mother-in-law was like, please help my daughter. Even if it's a CS, I don't mind.
Now she's compromising. You see,
you get
sometimes what we measure, the measure with which we measure others, we don't use that measure to measure ourselves. And it's bad, double standards, and it's wrong. I want to get your opinion on this. Talking about Cesarean section, do you think the hospital, the healthcare workers, the professionals, they do so much in preparing these couples psychologically, emotionally for delivery?
Well, I think coming from this part of the world, there are a lot of things that hold a lot of influence for individuals in Nigeria.
Okay.
And when it comes to this, we attach a lot of things to spiritual stuff.
We are the third most religious nation in the world.
Thank you. And then with that, no matter how you want to mentally prep them, they will still think, no. They will say, what you conceive will be your reality. So when they started thinking about, so CS is possible, is for emergency most of the time, or it's another alternative for the mother and child to be healthy, they don't even want to mention it. Talk more of considering it.
Just like we fear death when you say death.
Thank you. So they see it as an abomination. So no matter how well these medical persons decide to enlighten people on
Yes.
that, they will still not take it, except Nigerians that are not super religious, that are educated, because most of these religious people are also educated, but they decide to play blind eye.
We
on
have
this or this.
educated religious individuals
Exactly.
and the non-educated religious individuals.
That is it.
But who is more affected?
The educated religious, because they
More affected? Who is more affected?
when it comes to
with all of this Caesarean section? Who is more enslaved?
we have educated religious,
Yes,
and uneducated
religious.
religious.
Yes.
I think it's both ways,
Okay.
because you can be a Christian without being overly religious. As long as you're super religious, whether you're educated or not,
Yeah.
what you know, what you think you know,
Yes.
clouds your judgment.
Yes.
You get. So because you think that you proclaim this, you do this, everything works for good for me, you know reality.
You know reality.
You know the reality.
Yes.
But because you're over religious, you know the truth.
You are fantasizing.
But you're fantasizing. That is just the thing.
Wow. Delivery is not competition. Giving birth through VG or CS is not bad. Neither is one above the other. If a mother gives birth through VG or CS, she is not less a mother than anyone. The aim is to have a healthy mother and baby. Thank you for listening. Let's continue this conversation in the comment section. Thank you. See you.